Hi guys, I'm Snowden, the fat loss and performance coach here at Meta Evolution Gym in Chatham, Kapow. How you doing? Welcome to our second video, or the second part of our series on procrastination. Okay, if you haven't seen the first one yet, go and check that out. But essentially, we have loads of different types of procrastinator that you may be able to associate yourself with, all deriving from our unconscious drivers, so from our genes, from life experiences and the context, i.e. our environment and the situation. Now, with procrastination comes the stigma of lack of willpower. That's not the case whatsoever. Everyone has willpower, otherwise we wouldn't do anything, okay? We wouldn't get out of bed in the mornings to go to work or what have you. So everyone has willpower, but obviously depending on how we apply that, depending on what we actually want. So for instance, the typical procrastinator here are always tempted by temptation. They're outweighed by temptation compared to the will, okay? The non-procrastinator, okay, will outweighs the temptation. So you can see the seesaw tips and balances. So everyone will go through this kind of phase depending on the priority, if you like, of what needs to be done. Now, as we move on, we obviously want to overcome procrastination and start achieving stuff and stop stressing out, because procrastination does cause stress, especially if it's for long periods of time. You can't make a decision, okay? You can't crack on, and it holds you back from your potential. So dopamine is a special hormone that makes us feel rewarded and happy and what have you. So we want to kind of work on the dopamine-driven strategies, okay, associated with completing tasks. So the first thing that we could do as a strategy is visualize, really kind of get into the picture, visualize yourself doing the task, and then having completed the task, what rewards that will bring you at the end of it, okay? What satisfaction that will also bring. Really kind of put yourself right in a state of mind that you've actually done it, okay? The next one then is gamifying. Okay, whatever the task is that you don't want to do, okay? Make it a little bit more interesting. Think about a computer game. It has points you have to collect, stats you have to beat, bosses you have to beat as well. So if you're making it a little bit more fun and enjoyable and measuring everything, then you can see inch by inch progress, okay? And you're more likely to get the thing done. Always look on the bright side, okay? If it is something that sucks so bad that you just don't want to do, always kind of look on the bright side. Well, if this happens, at least this will happen, hooray, you know? It may be horrible going to the gym, it may absolutely suck, but on the bright side, at least you're going to feel better for it after working out, and you're going to look amazing as well. Write lists down, a bit like gamifying stuff, doing to-do lists. We definitely increase dopamine levels by doing that. It's those little wins, those little achievements, from making your bed in the morning, which no one wants to do, to kind of writing out a to-do list, to ticking off jobs that you've had to do throughout the day and what's coming up for the day ahead, or even the week ahead as well. The love-hate relationship, or the love-hate bundle. I spoke about this before. If there's something that you particularly hate doing or you're really putting off, mix it with something that you really do like doing. So, for instance, if you do hate going to the gym and you do love listening to some thrash metal or something, and that's the only time you get to listen to it is when you're by yourself, then why not use that moment to listen to your thrash metal in the gym, mixing something new you love with something that you don't love. Okay, so they're your dopamine-driven strategies. Next, then we can look at the contextual strategies, i.e. the environment, okay? The first thing I would sort of say, look at the people that you're hanging out with. Are they like-minded people? Are they holding you back? Are they pushing you forwards? We strive as human beings and are ultimately happy when we are around people that make us happy, okay? And we are the sum of the people, although there's no specific evidence, of some of the people who are around us, all right? So it makes sense to kind of be around people who are doing things that perhaps you don't want to do but are doing it well, okay? Or people that can encourage and motivate you. You could almost team up as well, so like joining a weight loss group, for instance, joining like-minded people who are in the struggle as well but want to kind of all work towards the same target. You've all got the same focus and the dedication. You can help and support each other there. Like we run like lads and dads groups and ladies only classes for mums as well, who are all looking for weight loss. Take away the temptation kind of goes without saying. If you've got crisps and chocolates in the cupboard and you've got a bit of a sweet tooth or you fancy some crisps, then you're going to go to the cupboards to kind of eat them. If they weren't there, you'd go to the cupboards, they'd be empty, but you still wouldn't be eating it. So get rid of temptation. Next one, buddy up, okay? Find a mentor, find someone to hold you accountable. That's kind of what we do here in the studio. People pay us to kind of hold them accountable, so keep check on them. So they keep coming back on a monthly basis to get their assessments done. They book in appointments with us so they know we're going to be pushing them to the limit and really stretching them. You could always bore yourself, okay, with something that's worse than the task that you actually have to do. So for instance, if you do have to go for a run, you think, oh God, running's boring, then go and watch paint dry instead, okay? And then see which is going to be the better out of the two. As well, you can do some brain hacks, okay? Reframe the words that you're using. So for instance, I should go to the gym. Turn that into more of, I'm going to the gym. I'm done the gym. I feel better about having gone to the gym. Already, you're creating this sort of mix-up in your, rewiring in your brain that it feels that it's already done it. So it kind of is in the mood to kind of do it, if that makes sense. You can also look at the big vision, okay? Like if it's raining and it's horrible and it sucks and you've got to go and do cardio at 6 in the morning because you've got to be at work at 8 or something like that. Well, then look at the bigger picture. I've got a holiday coming up. I want to look amazing for it. I've got my wedding coming up. I want to look stunning for those photos. I want everyone to be like, when you walk down the aisle, for instance, okay? Always look at the big picture. It may suck right now, but ultimately in the long run, it's going to help out. And also, procrastination, like, don't worry about it. Like, it's kind of what we need sometimes to sort of unwind, kind of like get inspired, find our most creative thoughts. So sometimes like a bit of procrastination can help out. It's where we can come up with some really good ideas. Obviously, if it prolongs and it goes on for, you know, too long, then we do need to do something about it. But, you know, everyone's different. So if you find that you're really struggling, that's when you need to do something to make a change. Keep it real. Speak to you soon.